What's good, YouTube? Welcome back, man, to the channel. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. In today's video, I'll show you guys how you guys can get max badges and hit 99 overall in one day. Well, that's only if you grind a ton, but I'm pretty sure that over the course of a week, you should be able to do it easy with this method and with this little glitch. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It'll help me out a lot, and like the video as well so other people can see it and so that will get recommended. So essentially what you do, if you don't know how to get ×2 my points in ×2 badge progression, then basically all you have to do is run over to these people with the orange exclamation marks over their heads and press X on them. They'll give you a little challenge, and on your map they'll give you a orange waypoint. Run over to that orange waypoint and you'll be put into a 3v3 game against CPU players. If you win this game, then you'll earn 750 VC as well as ×2 my point progression and ×2 badge progression. Now, after you do 3 challenges from the same person, the person will stop giving you challenges so you can no longer do the challenges. Now, after you've completed all 24 challenges from the 8 people around the city, then you won't have any ×2 my point or ×2 badge progression. It does reset after a while, but most of you guys probably don't want to have to grind all your badges and then suddenly have to wait until they reset. So essentially, in this video, I'll show you guys how you can replay these challenges over and over again to get ×2 badge point progression. So in order to be able to play the challenges over and over again, you basically need to get as much my point progression as possible. If you have around 20,000 my points, then you most likely will be able to play it again. But if you have more than 20,000, then you will definitely be able to play it again. So the first thing that you're going to want to do while you're in the game is basically pass the ball around. This way you get a higher teammate grade because you get good passes as well as good ball movement, which means your teammate grade will go up, and which also means that you'll get more my points. The second thing that you're going to want to do is for your first 3 shots, they're not going to double team you. So just do what you normally do in these games. Go for shooting badges, go for finishing badges. It's entirely up to you. In this video, you're going to see me go for shooting badges because that's the most important badge category, and it's also what I need the most of on my player. So while you're grinding your finishing badges and shooting badges, you're going to also want to be maximizing the amount of my points that you get. So shooting 3-pointers, especially moving 3-pointers, and taking acrobatic layups and getting contact dunks are all going to be extremely helpful for this method. After you have scored 3 times, they're going to start double teaming you, meaning it's really easy to get assists and get high playmaking badge. Now you're going to want to try to get alley-oop assists because that gives you the most my point progression, especially out of a pick and roll. So you're going to see me throw a lot of alley-oops in these clips. However, sometimes you don't have somebody that's cutting on your team consistently enough, so you're going to either have to go with a flashy pass or you're going to have to go with an attack assist. Basically, in order to throw an alley-oop, just double tap triangle, and to throw a flashy pass, double tap circle. To do an attack assist, you basically just need to be running towards the paint or be somewhat close to the paint, or have just run into the paint and then dish it out to your teammate. Ideally, whenever you're making these passes, you're also doing it out of a pick and roll because that will give you even more my points. You also get a pretty good amount of my points for getting pass to assists, so don't get too upset if your teammate passes the ball away to an open shooter. Just try to get in position for a rebound because that will also help you. Now you're going to notice that after a while they stop double teaming. Now it's up to you what you're going to want to do. Now you can either continue to try to throw alley-oops and get assists to guarantee that you get over 20,000. I recommend doing this if you're running low on challenges and you really need to make sure that you can play this again. If your playmaking badges are maxed out and you want to go for other categories, then go ahead and try to go for other categories such as shooting badges or finishing badges. This brings me to the defensive side of things. Essentially, you're going to want to get good shot contests because that gives you a ton of my points, as well as getting rebounds will also help your teammate grade, which will also help your my points. If you followed my steps correctly, then you should end the game with around an A+ teammate grade, as well as a great amount of badge points and over 20,000 my points per game. As you guys can see, after I finished the game, I was able to play the warehouse challenge again with the same exact people. So make sure that when you're doing this glitch, you have a good set of teammates, because that way you're not playing the same game over and over and over again and having to pass the ball to terrible teammates who are just gonna brick when they're wide open. If you followed my steps correctly, you should be able to play these challenges over and over again. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe. Also like the video because it helps me out a lot. And I'm out. Peace.